As the world enters 2026, global wealth has reached a level of concentration never recorded in modern history. According to the latest Forbes data, the 10 richest people on Earth now control a combined fortune of approximately $2.6 trillion. To put that figure into perspective, their collective wealth exceeds the annual economic output of countries like Italy or Canada. Yet what makes this moment truly historic is not just the scale of wealth, but the speed at which it is growing, and who is benefiting most from it. At the center of this unprecedented shift stands Elon Musk. As of January 1st, 2026, Musk's net worth surged to an estimated $726 billion, following a single-month gain of $244 billion. That increase alone would rank him among the wealthiest people in history. Musk is now nearly 3 times richer than the second richest person on the planet, marking the largest wealth gap ever recorded between first and second place. He is also the first human being to cross the 600 billion and 700 billion thresholds, milestones once thought impossible. This explosive growth did not come from traditional income. It was driven by a combination of private company valuations and restored stock options. In December, private investors valued SpaceX at roughly $800 billion, doubling its valuation in just 4 months. Musk owns an estimated 42% of the company, instantly adding hundreds of billions to his paper wealth. Days later, the Delaware Supreme Court restored his Tesla stock options, previously voided in 2024, now worth around $130 billion. Together, these developments rewrote the global wealth rankings almost overnight.
Behind Musk, the rest of the top 10 reflects the dominance of American technology and capital markets. Larry Page, co-founder of Google, ranks second with an estimated net worth of $257 billion, despite losing billions as Alphabet shares dipped amid broader market declines. Sergey Brin follows closely behind at $237 billion. Oracle founder Larry Ellison sits near the top with roughly $245 billion, even after losing $8 billion in a single month due to volatility tied to concerns over an AI investment bubble. Ellison's influence extends far beyond software. His company Oracle is now a core player in the Stargate project, a massive AI infrastructure initiative announced alongside President Donald Trump, OpenAI, SoftBank, and UAE-backed investors. The project commits up to $500 billion over 4 years to build data centers across the United States, underscoring how today's billionaire wealth is increasingly intertwined with national strategy, artificial intelligence, and geopolitical power. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, ranks just behind Ellison with a net worth of roughly $242 billion. Although Bezos stepped down as Amazon's CEO years ago, his wealth remains deeply tied to the company's dominance in e-commerce and cloud computing. Bezos has also returned to an operational role, co-leading a new AI-focused manufacturing startup, reportedly valued in the billions. His space company, Blue Origin, continues to compete with SpaceX, reinforcing how billionaire competition now extends beyond Earth itself. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, holds an estimated $226 billion, benefiting from Meta's recovery and aggressive investments in artificial intelligence. NVIDIA founder Jensen Huang has emerged as one of the fastest climbers in the rankings, now worth approximately $162 billion, after NVIDIA became the first company in history to reach a $5 trillion market valuation, driven by insatiable demand for AI chips. This single trend, artificial intelligence, has become the most powerful wealth engine of the decade. The list also includes Bernard Arnault, the only non-American in the top 10 and the richest person in Europe. With a fortune of roughly $195 billion, Arnault built the world's largest luxury empire through LVMH, controlling brands such as Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Tiffany. His wealth highlights that while technology dominates, legacy industries with global pricing power still generate enormous fortunes. At the lower end of the top 10 sit Warren Buffett and Steve Ballmer, each worth around $150 billion. Buffett, now 95, has pledged to give away 99% of his fortune and has already donated approximately $65 billion. Yet, even after decades of giving, he remains among the wealthiest people alive, illustrating just how massive these fortunes are.
Ballmer, the former Microsoft CEO, has retained most of his Microsoft shares and owns the Los Angeles Clippers, now valued at more than $7 billion.
What viewers increasingly search for on YouTube is not only who these people are, but how this level of wealth is even possible. The answer lies in ownership. These fortunes are not held in cash. They are concentrated stakes in companies that scale globally at minimal marginal cost. Software, data, platforms, and AI models generate exponential returns, allowing wealth to grow faster than wages, productivity, or even national economies. Another striking pattern is demographic. 9 of the 10 richest people are American. All 10 are men. Each is worth at least $147 billion. This concentration reflects the structure of global capital markets and the advantage of operating within the U.S. financial system, where technology companies can access vast pools of investment and regulatory flexibility. As markets fluctuate, even massive losses barely dent these fortunes. In the past month alone, 6 of the top 10 billionaires lost money as stocks declined. Yet as a group, their combined wealth still increased by roughly $200 billion. At this level, volatility reshuffles rankings, but it does not reverse power.
The deeper question now shaping public debate is sustainability. Can a global economy function when a handful of individuals wield wealth comparable to nation-states? These billionaires influence markets, politics, innovation, and even foreign policy decisions. Their investments shape infrastructure, energy, defense, and artificial intelligence at a scale governments increasingly struggle to match. As 2026 begins, the story of the world's richest people is no longer just about success. It is about power, influence, and the future structure of the global economy. The numbers are real, the concentration is accelerating, and this era of extreme wealth appears far from over.